So guys, welcome to some entitled parents. This is what I'm gonna start doing. I haven't done too much, and I want to start doing them. It's just gonna be a quick video. It's not gonna be perfect. It's just gonna be how I'm gonna quickly do this. So yeah, let's do this. Mobile formatting. English is my first language. Yada yada. This is a story about some idiot I encountered while in Dundee yesterday. So me and some pals were traveling to Dundee to watch our local team played Dundee United in a football match. Soccer to all my American buddies. We got there quite early, so we headed to a local pub just about 10 minutes from Tannadice Stadium, Dundee United home ground. we spent 2.5 hours in the pub before we headed to watch the game. We lost 2-1. After the game, we headed into town center and went into a restaurant and got a bite to eat and some drinks. And this is where we began our encounter with the stars of the shadow, this entitled parent and her bratty kids. My mates decided to go out for a smoke while I stayed inside and try to enjoy the rest of my meal and to keep watch of the drinks and their meals too. And then all of a sudden, the first of these little gremlins, whom we'll call the entitled child, came up and asked me, "Can I have a sip of your drink?" I was confused as a little boy who seemed sorry. 3 or 4 came up and asked me if he could have a sip of my drink, which was a dark fruit cider. Love this stuff. Of course, I responded with, "No way, man. This drink is for adults, not for kids." Then the kid walked up to my table and asked the same question. How are you gonna ask the exact same question? Okay, I know it's just a kid, but man, I don't know. Let's just go ahead and go. I said the same response to the other kid too, and that no was enough to set them both into a super banshee mode. My bloody ears. They had screamed the place down, and this is when I meet this huge Will, whom we'll call entitled mother. And this is the dialogue. Yeah. Why are my kids screaming? What did you do to them? They came up and asked me if they wanted a sip of my drink. I told them no, and all of a sudden, she cut me off. "So you're being selfish, weren't you? Just give them a sip of your drink. It's not like you've touched it." The glass was 3/4 full. I'm not giving a child a sip of cider. It's only a little sip. It's not like anything dangerous will happen, really. Me, face palms. No, I'm not giving a child cider. End of. Now, be off. Excuse me? I triggered the beast. As compensation for being rude to me, I demand you give my child your drink. Are you having a laugh? Do you honestly think I'm gonna give your brats an alcoholic drink? At this point, my mates served everything and walked back in. It's only a freaking sip. What harm will it do? Mate 1. Excuse me, lady, but why would you think it's okay to give your children alcohol? That's none of your freaking business. Don't tell me how to parent, you, mean word. Are you for real? The manager later walks up and asks what's going on. The entitled mother makes up some BS that I stole her son's juice. The manager seen my pint of dark fruits and told the EM that there must have been some misunderstanding. EM kept yelling at him, saying that I also took their food. Freaking wow. The manager sees the plates on our table and the plates on their table. Our table was 4 plates, 1 for me and my other 3 for my mates. The other table had 3 plates, all full. After being called out, the EM ranted about how, while they were in the toilet, we switched our food with theirs. The manager wasn't convinced as he knew this was BS. Why? Because he watched the surveillance footage. And Town Mother was freaked. She was told to either sit down and eat or leave the premises and get arrested for disturbing the peace. She sat down with her little gremlins and ate while giving us a death glare. We finished our food and paid up. We saw EM while leaving the restaurant. She looked mad at us and flipped us off. We did the same back. Once we got outside, we just burst out laughing about it. Sure, the day was crappy because we lost our football game, but we did a great laugh on the train back home. This is my very first upload on the subreddit. So yeah. I don't know why you think it's okay for your children to get a sip of alcohol. That doesn't work. You understand that you should never do that. And it's their drink. They don't have to. Even if they could, they don't have to. Like, you should know that. Like, honestly, you should honestly know that. Like, that's what you should honestly know. Then we can this one. this is the last one, guys, and I'm gonna start making actual good videos on this. But this is gonna be it. This one's a quick one. Okay, so basically the weather is really nice today, so I decided to go on a walk in the park close to my apartment and bring a book to read. Now this particular park is really popular with families because they have some goats for children to feed and offer kids to ride on ponies. I'm usually not bothered by that at all because most of the time I go to read in a secluded spot by a pond. Today, however, I wasn't alone, and a mother, who we'll call entitled mother, and her daughter, maybe maybe five or so, the we're at the pond too. I sit down and start reading my book while occasionally drinking some water out of a glass bottle and eating some candy. After a while, I feel someone staring at me and notice it's D. This happens to me a lot since I often dye my hair unnatural colors. A, one is half, one half is bright pink. I smile at Dee and wave, and she comes over to talk to me. She tells me about the animal she saw today, and I patiently listen to her. Even though I would prefer just just continue reading my book until mother was on the phone during all of this. He finally asked me for a piece of candy, and I asked her mom if she usually allows her to have candy. She nods her head yes, and I give her a Mentos. No, I usually don't go around offering strange children candy, but I'm an 18-year-old girl as specifically asked me to have some, so I thought it would be fine. He goes to her mom and shows her a piece of candy, which prompts EM to end her phone conversation while taking the candy from her child. She turns to me, looking kind of mad. I assume she was mad because I gave her child candy without asking her first. Me. Hey there, I gave your daughter a Mentos. I hope that's fine, but I didn't want to bother you. Dee wants to have her candy back and starts crying. Why did you think you could give my angel that? Sorry, she said she usually wasn't allowed to have some. And tell mother. Now furious, why would I allow my child to take drugs? Okay, side note, why do you think Mentos are drugs? Never have I heard anywhere that Mentos are drugs. That's not okay. Me, super confused. Ma'am, it's candy. Ma'am, don't think I know what drugs look like? You ponies come to our parks and do drugs, think that's okay? Ma'am, I can assure you that I don't do drugs at all. If I was, I wouldn't be giving it out for free. That's true. That is completely true. If you did have drugs, you wouldn't just be giving them willy-nilly free. That one's actually, I never thought that. I saw you drinking alcohol earlier, you liar. Pointing to my water bottle. This is water, tell mother. Don't you talk back to me in that tone. I'll call the police and get you arrested for drinking and giving my kid drugs. What? Just so you know, it's actually allowed to drink in a public in my country. Now listen to me. Oh shoot, so you can't even get arrested for that. Okay, so it doesn't matter. But she's not 18 though. Wait, no. I don't know where this is from, but it don't matter. Let's get back into it. Now listen to me. I told you I was eating candy and drinking water. I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. Do you think I'm stupid? After that, I quickly packed my bag and left because I didn't feel like dealing with the police. I think EM probably wasn't serious about getting me arrested anyways, as she didn't stop me when I left, but it was such a weird situation that I thought I posted on here. I'm back home now, sitting on my balcony and typing this out. Who do you think you are to, like, honestly, you do not know what drugs look like, because how are you going to say, yes, that's what it looks like, but, like, you can't. You honestly can't. It's actually, like, dumb. You can't honestly think um that water is alcohol. Have you never seen alcohol in your life? I think you could tell what alcohol is, and plus, even if it was, drinking is okay in public. But also, why? Like honestly, I and Mentos look like drugs. My dude, I'll look up Mentos for you. I'll look up Mentos. These are Mentos. This is what Mentos look like. Do these at all look like drugs? I'm sorry, but come on now. It doesn't look like drugs. How are you gonna get that? That's so dumb. But but that's why people in the industry just stop doing that. But if you guys might feel my first entitled parent video, thank you guys for just go ahead and leave a like. Go and tell me what you guys thought of it, please. I need to know if I should keep on doing this stuff because I don't know. Really, I don't. Because I don't usually do this stuff because I can't. I don't really have the skills to do it. If you guys want me to, if you guys want me to do more of this, if we do get some people who want to do it, I think I might actually make it um more more like where it actually like edit it like where it's just screenshots that comes out like like how other people do it just to make it more good, like more edited and actually looks cool. I'm trying to, but I can't. I'm trying to figure that out. If you guys like the video, go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And that's it. Boom.